for the start of the Junior International Final to be held over 15 laps. And that's drivers 11 to 17 years of age who get the green, and they're away. And as you can see, it's very busy indeed with these keen young drivers. A number of them coming out of the rookie class that will take them through from 7 years of age to 11 years of age. Being led at this stage by the fastest qualifier, the man with most points from the heats, Brendan Richards, on number 2.
Richards is a 15-year-old from Melbourne. Goes to Peninsula Grammar. He's here with his doctor father, so they can afford to pay the bills.
Michael Ritter was second fastest qualifier, number 7. The older of Graham Tubby, and he's in third place at the moment. Graham, or Tubby Ritter as he's known, from Victoria. Michael's 13. His brother Greg is younger. And in fact, Michael raced karts for the first time on his 7th birthday.
Jerry Brooks, the 15-year-old from the Gold Coast, is in second position. But just look at the way Brendan Richards is flinging this kart about. He's been racing for 3.5 years. He first went to the karts with his dad, Dr. Mel.
Greg Ritter, number 8, obviously Michael's younger brother, started from 6th grid position. There's quite a surprising number of... There he is. There's young Greg, very small lad, which his father isn't, and I don't think ever was. He's short, he's lightly built, and nowhere near as committed to it as his older brother, perhaps with a little bit more natural ability.
Oh, and there's 2 karts well and truly out of it. Stephen Bolden was in kart 5. He's the younger brother, of course, of Ron Bolden, the former Australian motorcycle champion.
And will be very disappointed indeed. Stephen, 16 years of age, very keen on karts, going very well. Now had non-finishes in his last 2 races at this meeting. Up over the bridge. Handy lead being reduced, though, as they come down Yamaha Hill. But it's still Brendan Richards from...
Jerry Brooks with kart 7. Michael Ritter in 3rd position.
19, Mark Peterson. Dick Johnson's son, Stephen, is doing this sort of thing now, in this sort of class. Not here today, but Dick's given him a budget for the year. He said $700, son. That's it. You organise it yourself. When you run out of that, you run out of racing for the year. If you can get some sponsors, you can go for longer. So he's gone out and he's got free tyres, all sorts of things. Dick does his engines, charges him for parts and so on. And, of course, Dick runs karts himself to keep his reflexes up for touring car racing.
Oh, here's the go from Ritter down the inside, but Brooks has him held. And what an exciting young driver this Brendan Richards is. Look at the way he flings the kart about. Not scared to get it up on 2 wheels.
And that comes under the heading of overdriving. Very ragged there. Closing on the Mark Peterson, the tail end of that.
He'll probably mature by the time he hits 16, though, Will. There's no problem.
This is the point, that these young kids, under the safest possible circumstances and supervision and with immediate attention available, are learning driving skills. And I'm sure that by the time they hit the road, they have no need to go out and be smart and try and prove themselves. And I reckon they're going to be very safe young drivers. Graham Ritter was saying his sons look at other drivers on the road driving too fast in the rain, overtaking badly, and say, look at that, he's a fool, he couldn't stop or whatever. They're already developing road sense, which they wouldn't otherwise be developing till they were 17, driving a ton of motor car.
Current Australian title holder, Peter Rowbotham, he is back in the field, but certainly not up challenging for the lead. The Australian titles to be held in late March in Geelong, and that's a meeting worth going to if you have the opportunity in Victoria. Oh, and there goes kart 19, Mark Peterson taking the shortcut.
Stephen Bolden, incidentally, 9th when he went out in the lap 2.
Currently half distance. 8 laps remaining. Brendan Richards, a really nice style of young bloke, said to me before the start, I'm going to win this one. I thought, oh yeah, cocky young fella. I might have to eat my words at the presentation.
We all want to be around to see that. Situation fairly much unchanged at the front of the field. The top 3 very close together. The next 4 very tight too, and equally strong dice.
Richards having the opportunity, with just that slight gap that he's got over Brooks in second place, to be able to take the right line into corners, while Brooks is having to cover his corners in cart 7, Michael Ritter.
And in fact, leading the next bunch of 4 is Greg Ritter, number 8, from number 16, Patrick Parry, 27 and 19, 27, Warren Nelson, and 19, Mark Peterson, fallen out of the lead bunch. There he is, in this bunch, and this is being led by another of the Ritter family. A lovely bloke, Graham Ritter, father, and 2 talented young guys that he says it's just a lovely family sport. He said, we don't take holidays, we come to kart meetings, wife, kids, me, and we have a lovely, relaxed time. Bridgestone Tyre Chief says it's the friendliest, nicest section of motorsport. There's Greg Ritter, 13 years of age, 6 years in international juniors. It was he that had his first race the day he turned 7. You can see how small he is, but look how he can drive. He reckons he had more accidents and more injuries in 3 months on mini bikes than he's had in 6 years in karts.
And I'll tell you what, he's starting to haul in those leading 3 competitors, but with only 3 laps remaining, it won't be enough time.
Safety helmet.
The guy he's got in front of him is, of course, his brother Michael. That's the gap between them, Michael there, and young Greg behind him. I reckon that's the carrot that's hauling young Greg in. 2 laps to go now as they cross the start-finish line.
Brendan Richards, the leader, from, as you can see, number 3, Jerry Brooks. Untidy a touch there, but Michael Ritter still in 3rd place. Greg Ritter's 4th.
Brooks closing right in now on Richards, and this is where the challenge will come.
Look at Greg get up with them. Very well done.
Oh, and there's Brooks has moved to the outside, and he might be in a bit of trouble down here. No, Ritter's
it's a tight section of circuit down there. So close they get to each other.
1 lap remaining now. Great stuff, this. Twice Victorian champion Brendan Richards, tenuously clinging to the lead from Jerry Brooks from Queensland. Michael Ritter behind him.
Swiss Hutler's doing very well here, leading the race. Also, Greg Ritter's machine, number 8.
Oh, Brooks sideways across the top of the bridge. That's a brave thing to do. And now onto the straight. And Brooks can't make it go any faster, no matter how much he tries, but he takes 2nd place behind Brendan Richards with Michael Ritter in 3rd position.
The official result of the Junior International final over 15 laps. Number 2, Brendan Richards 1st, from Jerry Brooks 2nd, and number 3, Michael Ritter 3rd and number 7, all of them driving Swiss Hutless karts.
Well, Brendan Richards, when you tell me you're going to win something, I'll learn to believe you in future. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much, Don. I was quite pleased myself. It's the first time I've ever won at Oran Park here. Came up and I beat the the locals quite convincingly, which is quite hard to do on this track.
Well, I don't know about convincing. I mean, it was by a hair's breadth, really, wasn't it?
Oh, well, Jerry, who got second, wasn't a local competitor here. He's from the Gold Coast or something, so, you know, all of us are starting to invade on the locals, I think.
Well, you've only got a year left in the junior class. What do you do after that?
Well, I'll stay with carts for sure for the first at least year, and I'll probably go into start off in stock reed class, which isn't running here today, and then I'll go into international. The main reason being that the engines we're running now are stock reed engines. So when we go up, you know, it's easy to keep the engines and give them away.
We've seen a number of world champions in Formula One racing come out of karting. Does a 15-year-old go home at night and dream about that?
I think the only thing I dream about in Formula One is crashing. You know, it's hairy stuff. I mean, travelling at the speed they do is, you know, one crash and you're, you know, next to dead.
So what are your ambitions after go-karting?
I'm not really sure yet, John. I'm too committed with karting at the moment. It's my favourite sport. I'm not interested in anything else, not skiing or anything like that, football or anything. Just karting's my main aim at the moment.
Well, Brendan, congratulations. Great race.
Thank you, John.
And now let's